What is up, everyone? Train Freak here, and today I am at the Arkansas Railroad Museum in Pine Bluff, Arkansas. All right, so let's go ahead and enter. And Rick is saying hi, Amanda. So, hello. All right, thank you. So they got a lot of signage, cool signage, pictures, you name it, even paintings of not just Arkansas, but like you got, B&O.
Here's a photograph of the place.
Oh yeah, I definitely got to show that.
This is where we're at right now.
So like I was showing you outside, I was standing here. So this building and that building are the only two buildings, but this was the original Cotton Belt Yard in Pine Bluff. So we're going to start with this caboose. Sparky's missing out, so he'll have to catch the replay. This is the cool part. We actually get to climb inside stuff. Yes, sir.
Basic equipment coming up like most of y'all did. Basic.
Will do.
Go down and go start place and catch a tree.
Yeah, yes, sir. So we had a gentleman giving us instructions on how to climb in and out of these cars. So they've got this caboose. This is a bay window, and they've got it open, but it's kind of more like an art gallery. What's up, Obadodge? So this is pretty neat. Got pictures and things. I don't know how well you can see it with the glare of the light in the way, but like I said, this car here, they've got it set up more as an art gallery. Here's the American Freedom Train. There's another one of Cotton Belt's heavyweight business cars. That's the Fairlane. I think that's actually sitting down in Texas somewhere. So they do still have the kitchen section set up. Coffee pot there. I know it's kind of dark in here, so it's probably hard to tell. Yeah, but they got cabinets on this side. So I think this caboose has been redone completely. So some areas they've got blocked off. But here we go. Here's the bunk beds. Imagine trying to sleep here, and it's 3 high. So you could get 9 people in that one room, and 9 people had to share that one closet. We're going to pan around. This is just kind of, I guess, your lounge area. Here's the bathroom. Small toilet, small shower, small sink. So, kitchen. I mean, yeah. Yeah, there's not a lot of clearance on that top bunk. And you got your cabinets, stove, looks like just a small stove out of a regular house kitchen. Stainless steel sink, fridge. And if you're wondering like where they store some of the tanks and stuff, yeah, look up above. That's what's so cool about this. Yeah, probably water was in there. And they do have central heat and air, or HVAC. So you can see the vents right above the lights. And I would assume this would be the pantry over here. So pretty neat. And I do not know how well these are lit on the inside, so if it's dark, I apologize. But this one has not been altered in any type of way. A lot of people can sit here. All right, so it's kind of dark, but here's the bathroom in the caboose. So you got to have a place to do your job, right?
64 phones.
They've just got rows of seats over here. They've got a seat in the bay. So this is the cool part. So like if you're sitting down, you could literally see the whole side of the tray. So, and of course the seats do swivel. and you can catch the other side of you, depending on the direction and what side the car is going on. So the conductor, this would be his desk for him to do his paperwork as the train is going down, because even though the engineer is driving the train, the conductor is doing all the paperwork. The conductor is responsible for the train in itself. So, heck yeah.
Well, looks like I'm the conductor.
Yep, Junior is the conductor. We got a kerosene stove.
Ooh.
So, and yes, it does have an eye on it. I don't want to mess with the sign, but they could, you know, boil a pot of water on that if needed.
Wow, what's this?
And there is a bed with storage underneath. So this little tool right here that's on the bed, this is actually what they use to manually move a car when they need to move it.
Refill oil.
And y'all, I apologize that the lighting is not the best in here, but you can even see that is a coupler alignment tool as well. So pretty neat stuff. That means we can go in this one. All right.
Hello.
Oh, that one's got an airflow.
Yeah, it does.
Long haul. So here we go. We got looks like a private room.
And
So I'm assuming this might be a sleeper car. So they would have a mattress here,
and here's the bathroom.
mattress over there.
The bathroom is huge.
This could be someone's office. So
It's huge.
really big bathroom. Toilet back in there, shower here. So yeah, pretty interesting. And it's even got its own heater. All right, so let's see what's on. We're going to keep going. That could be a porter's room too. I have no clue. Oh, this is a bunk car. Okay. So this would be a crew car on a maintenance away. And each of the crew has their own little spotlight and like a towel rack or something. Clothes rack up high, but you can't really see it, but there are some hooks too. And storage above. The lighting, like I said, the lighting is not the best in here, but they would actually have blankets and stuff, you know, so that way they would have their own privacy. Yeah. Pirates of the Model Trains, welcome, dude. Community shower. This is a community bathroom with a fan that's blowing, so I apologize if you're catching the wind. But plenty of sinks, and the toilets they got 2 toilets back there. We're not going to go that direction. So. And what do we have here? Oh, this is a kitchen car. Okay. So check this out. Big kitchen. So for those who are modeling those maintenance away trains, that's pretty cool.
So this is probably where they would put on their food, like a warmer.
This is like a buffet warmer on the train. And then there you go, community meals. How about that? And I got. Now I do not know how accurate the TV on the wall would be. So. And then this would be, I guess, the bathroom. It says storage. Well, just the sink, I guess, to wash up. Which means that the next car that they would have after this one would be the car that we just came out of.
Yeah, they got a place to put all the strips over there behind you.
Oh, wow. There you go.
So a place to hang your stuff.
Yeah, a place to hang all the jackets and whatnot. That's pretty neat. So, yeah, Norman, that's what I'm thinking. No. But, yeah, that dude right there, we're going to actually get to see him in a minute. Right? All right. So, for those who have never been inside a diesel-electric locomotive, yes, this is a bloody nose. Nisi?
Hi, I'm the engineer. How can I help you?
So, yeah, there's your engineer. He went from conductor to engineer.
I probably
Um,
still will.
So Norman, it actually doesn't smell bad at all. I'm assuming that they've cleaned and disinfected.
Ooh, we're high up, yo. We're so high up.
There's all your gears and stuff. So if you give me a second, I'll show you exactly how all this works. So I'm gonna sit down. All right. So this is your train brake. This is your independent brake. So this is locomotive braking, train braking. This is your cutout valve. Of course, radio transmitter. Use actual telephone back then. Air brake pressure there. This would be your horn valve here.
Can I give it a go?
Or actually, no, this might have been the bell or something. I can't remember what this one's for. This is your horn. So you would pull that down. Bell. So I don't know exactly what this is for exactly. Well, actually, you pull it.
Pull it and find out.
I mean, it could be emergency brake for all I know. So you got your emergency sander here, different type of light valves, dynamic braking switch. So this would be your
Oh, this is a water refill station.
it says signal light. So I don't know exactly, maybe ditch lights or something if it's got the ditches. I didn't double check to make sure. You got air gauges there. This is your amp meter. So this is the throttle. So this is what makes it go. This is your reverser. So forward, back, you name it. And selector level, not really sure what that does exactly. That's your headlight. And then, you know, other types of switches and gauges in there as well. But if you want some information.
Ooh, looks like this locomotive's got damage.
And I know part of it's got a glare and part of it has
Look at this. This locomotive's got damage.
shadows on it.
Cracked window.
But of course you've got your fuse box and stuff up there. So this is where you would actually start your engine is right here. So you would prime it, flip it over, hold the button down, and that's what starts her up. So heck yeah. And I know Proto 2000 has made models of these, but they did not make it in this road number, which is sad. But you got two chairs over here. So this would be your conductor's chair, and that would be your brakeman. This would be after they ceased using the cabooses. So, and then if you're wondering what is in the nose of a locomotive, Aaron, why don't you pull that door open?
What door?
Right there. Pull that handle. Pull it. You got to pull hard.
Oh,
You can't tell there is a toilet down there. So, for all of those who did not know what was in the nose of the locomotive, yeah, that's where they go do their business.
Oh my gosh!
So, and that would be the vent for it. So now you know. All right, so the next one up is the big behemoth, and I will tell you that they have been doing some renovations to it. And it looks like they're still trying to do stuff on it now. So, of course, we're not going to be able to go to the front of it, but they are in the works of trying to get this thing back up and going. But we can go inside. So. So this is the Cotton Belt 819. Get the gates out of the way so y'all can see. There you go. So like I said, they are doing renovations of it. Put your engineers stuff over there. And then your fireman would sit on that chair that doesn't have any seats on it. And then your rear brakeman would sit behind him. So you'd have three people in the crew or the cab of this locomotive. It is a oil burner, and there's the firebox right there. So here's the tender. You got a ladder strapped way up there. You got hoses and stuff. And they said we can look, but we can't climb. Dadgummit. So, yeah, I know it. But this is a Class L1 Northern, so it's a 484. So we got REA. So this is an REA bus or van or whatever you want to call it, truck. And that's basically what your FedEx and UPS is today. Old REA. We got a little speeder here. I mean, I've seen videos where people have actually bought these and put these on the rail. Man, if I could ever afford one of these, man, that would be a cool toy to have.
I'm driving.
So, yeah, Junior's driving. Oh, Lord. I have played with this guy. So they took it off the rails, but do we still have video of
I have
that?
a video of that somewhere.
Yeah, Amanda's got a video where me and my brother actually played on this.
Out in the yard, back here.
Through that door over there. Which we'll go over there because there's actually maintenance away equipment. Check this out. Now, how many of y'all can say that y'all have seen a hump console? So when the trains go over the hump yard, you press a button and it's like a macro, or what we use in DCC as macros, and it would align all the switches to that track. And so this had 47 tracks on it. Tell me if that ain't neat. I did not realize this thing until today. This is a 3-person's workstation. This is a CTC control panel. This is what dispatch would actually use. And so this would tell you basically your blocks, your separate blocks and track length. The red light would show if a train was occupied there. Yeah, a big Arduino. But you could throw your switches here. And so like 23 here would be that switch there so they could route the train. So this was actually in a separate office that has been torn down since. But this is traffic control. All right, so for those who are wondering about my layout, Jonesboro, that is my upper staging area. See, I told you, there was a wiener served by the Cotton Belt. So that is one of the towns I'm doing. Hickory Ridge is another one that I'm doing. Then the next town is Brinkley, where it crossed the Rock Island. Yeah. Carry on. And there, Pine Bluff. So Pine Bluff was the midway point, and then from there you're just going south. Norman, that would be really cool because considering that you would have had to have 3 dispatchers, because this is a dispatcher's desk that controlled the middle of the route. You had a dispatcher over there controlling the south part of the route. And then you had another dispatcher on this end controlling the north half of the route. Here's another type of control panel. So this is a swing bridge control panel. So how cool is that? Check out this fire engine. And from my understanding, that was assigned. That was part of the Cotton Belts. So. Pretty cool.
This is ancient history right here. This is a phone booth.
Oh, yes.
And I know you're not going to know what that is, but you would have to put money in there to make a phone call.
Oh,
Do you believe it? Isn't that the craziest thing you've
that's
ever
just
heard?
lame. That's just lame. Putting money in a phone.
Let's see if it still shuts. There you go.
Hey, it's still shut.
And the light came on. How about that? So as soon as you shut the door, the light comes on.
Okay, let's go up here. Let's go up in the.
So if you're wondering, all right, so this is a wooden caboose. So Old, old, old. Wooden floors, wooden walls, wooden everything. Norman says he won, or he guesses he won. Well, you won because we actually went in the caboose first because that's what you said.
So caboose was built in the 1920s, so it's about
Hi.
1920s. So, yeah, almost 100 years old. Someone lost their shoes. Yeah. Yep, the cupola. We'll go up there in a second. So we got a sink here. And there's the toilet. You can't really see it. No light. Yeah. Right here? Yeah, so they're saying this is an ice box. So that's pretty cool. It's got these little storage drawers.
Here's the toilet.
So that's pretty neat. So I guess this would be the kitchen side. So here is our cupola. Let's see if I can do this.
I can get up there.
Yep.
I'll get up there.
There you go.
Hey, I'm up here too. Watch out. I'm here.
So this is not what they call an extended vision.
Get up here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see. I'm like, oh my god.
So my friend who is an engineer for Union Pacific says this is not authentic. There's no girly posters on the wall. You heard this story? Yeah. So, there you go. So that would be right.
Wait, can I slide the window?
So there you go. So yeah, we're sitting up here in the. So they got these little handrails here, and they're saying the easiest way to get up and down is that's what you put your feet on. So yeah, that's an emergency brake that will stop the entire train.
So here's your battle.
So if they see a hot box, yeah, there's my panel bike. So
So who's in charge of knowing the
all right, watch out here. Nope, I got it. So I'm gonna show you how to get down. So you're holding the pole, you put one foot here, the other foot there, and you just go down like that.
Cool. I got to stand
Yeah. So they burn coal. So they burn coal. Burning coal in a wooden caboose. And there's your cook stove. And another insulator. And then this would be a bed. Yeah. Table. Yeah.
Hello there. I'm just gonna eat.
Yeah.
Came out of the booth. And so
I believe it.
It was filthy, dirty, and I couldn't even tell what color it was.
Oh, is that like story?
Yep, there you go. So this was your conductor's desk. Rick said beautiful job.
Thank you. Thank you. I'll try to.
All right.
I'll try to do
Check out the
it.
lantern. Yeah, lantern, not a light, a lantern. So there you have it.
Wait. Stop.
So the only thing about this caboose that's not authentic would be the fluorescent light bulbs and the smoke detector. Yeah. Nope. But see, they also had this pole, so that way when you're walking, you're actually grabbing the pole because the caboose would be rocking side to side like this. So that would help keep you upright. All right. Check out this dude. Big old snowplow. Now this is not cotton belts. This is an actual U.S. Army snowplow.
So the audio video is getting choppy.
Uh-oh.
Is it moving, maybe?
Yeah, it could be. It could be moving, possibly. Is it still choppy? They're saying keep going, so we'll keep going. They're saying the wooden caboose is playing havoc with the feet. It could be this thing because this thing is like really, really big steel. Built in December of '53. Oh, and one thing to show you too, these right here, there's a pneumatic, they would take these little pins out, and these things had a pneumatic pistons on the backside, and they would press out. So, all right. Possibility, I could lose signal in here, y'all, but we'll go in anyways. There's the white. So here you go. This is the inside of a wedged snowplow. These tanks here would hold hydraulic fluid. And just to show you, they've actually got one of the wedges open and the piston's at the bottom. So there you have it. So this would actually be pushed by several locomotives, and
So it didn't have its own power?
it did not have its own power. So this was pushed by several locomotives. And this is the only window you could see up ahead of you.
Can't see crap.
Yeah. A flange to spread the snow away, and here's your flange handle. That would direct which flange to use. So if you had two people in here, then of course you had one person to control this one. But if you only had one person, then that person would have to be over here, and he would control the right wing by himself and control the left wing as well. So it was much easier having a two-man job than a one-man. But this I thought was really cool too, because the big engine in there was the 819. This was actually the bay for that locomotive when they built it. So we got a steam crane here. And from my understanding, this is the only crane, steam crane, in the U.S. that has not been converted to diesel. So this is the last surviving steam crane that would still have to run off of steam. So, and of course, this is what you would call your crane tender or the boom car right here. And of course, SP, you know, kind of took back over some of this. But there's a old cotton belt Herald there. And, but see, this here will tell you that it was cotton belt. SSW, St. Louis Southwestern cotton belt. So, and then PB for Pine Bluff. And then this car here, this is the steam generator car right here. And you can see where it says SSW MW Maintenance Away 98501. So this is something that I'm actually going to want to try to model on my layout. Check out the coupler. Yeah, that's a big old coupler in there. So, but yeah, this is a steam generator car here. And then this is a power car of some sort. So it looks like a baggage, but they converted it to a power car. So this is some of the maintenance stuff. So Sparky, I don't know if you can see this on top of the crane, but they've got these little metal bars up there. I'm going to try to get the sun out. But they have insulators under those bars. I'm assuming that's for if they had to be under electrical lines, maybe. I'm not 100%.
There we go. That's my.
So is there a reason? Is there a reason it's all white? So originally this was maintenance away gray.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they're trying to repaint it to help slow down the rust. So, because I can see some of the painter's tape up here on the boom. I'm going to try to keep you on the shade as much as possible. We'll go check out the other side of it too. But there's the door in the cab to get in right there. And I know this is a power car as well. That's why you see the exhaust fan there. So that could be just maybe a storage baggage car there. Not really sure. Yeah, it's a light maintenance away. Oh, Norman said I got to model the rust too. Oh, Lord. That's going to be tough. Well, just to show you how old this is, I mean, look, this is on roller bearings. Trucks here, or trucks converted to roller bearings. These are still the old friction bearings. Almost forgot. Friction bearings, where they would have what they call hot boxes. And you can tell a door or a window used to be here because of the art. I mean, this building has been here for several years. Yeah, like early, mid 1800s, something like that. So here's the beautiful side of the crane. 1882. So that's definitely over 100 years. So this would be the original color, would be this kind of dark gray here. And at one point it looks like it was black, but you can see all the rust and stuff that's happening on this side. I mean, it's just been out here in the element. All right. So here's something pretty cool. A lot of y'all have modeled turntables. What about a slide transfer table? As you can tell, this thing's not used very often. That's why there's a lot of growth. And they would have water pumped out there. This is called a slide transfer table.
So it's like a turntable.
It's like a turntable, but it doesn't spin. It slides back and forth.
Oh.
Oh, can we?
No, they're right there, Rick.
What?
So they would bring an engine on this track here. It would get on the slide transfer table. They would line it up to whichever bay it needed to go in, and they'd put it in there. But also at the same time, and of course, I'm not going to be able to get in any of these locomotives, but I can show y'all. But at the same time, there's storage tracks on this side too. So there you. So we've got an Arkansas and Missouri plug door boxcar over here. And these are all privately owned. So these are, all of this out here is private owned stuff that is on loan to the museum. So this is an ex South Kansas and Oklahoma. This looks like a Jeep 20. I'm thinking it's a Jeep 20. Here we go. Golden West Service, 50-foot boxcar as well. And so, because they ain't got the tracks down, they actually weld bars to keep the gauge right. All right, so now you'll get a up close look of roller bearing wheels, not on a truck, but this is what a truck looks like when it's not under a car. And that's for your bolster pin. So the cars literally are not bolted to these trucks. They just sit on top of it. But yeah, Alco C420 right there. This is the old Little Rock and Western. So the LRW on the sides were yellow, and then under the cab window, it actually says Little Rock and Western. So Little Rock and Western is a short line. Now it's owned by G&W, of course. What isn't owned by G&W? And they retired this locomotive a long time ago, and I think this one actually did get donated to the museum. So the museum does own this locomotive. Here's another Alco. Says Minerva. This is a RS11. Y'all, I'm having a tough time trying to get through this with all the brush and stuff. And then check this out. This is an old Penn Central. Right here, old Penn Central. Or an LS&I. I think this was originally a Penn Central, and then it got changed to LS&I. And it used to have the barcoding system on it here. Not 100% sure what type of locomotive this one is. I think it might be a U33C maybe. Got the short nose. And then this is just a tank car for the Cotton Belt Historical Society that they would carry oil for the 819 on the excursion runs. Extra if they ever needed it.